Chapter 13 Bachendri Pal. Great Bachendri Pal made the nation proud when she climbed the Mount Everest in 1984. She was the first Indian woman to do so. Mount Everest is the highest peak of the Himalayan range of mountains. The Himalayas are the highest mountains in the north. These mountains are called the Himalayas. The word Himalayas means a board of snow. The high peaks of the Himalayas are covered with ice all the year long. The middle Himalayas have snowfall in winter. The lower Himalayas seldom have a snowfall. Bachendri was born in 1954 in a small village in Uttarkashi. Uttarkashi is situated in the middle Himalayas. This region is a part of so-called Garhwal Himalayas. There are no big cities, railway lines or good roads in these mountains. The life of the people living in mountains is hard. But Bachendri liked the mountains. She had an attachment with the mountains around her village. Her constant contact with mountains made her fearless for climbing. At the age of only 12, she climbed to 4,000 meters with her classmates. They spent their night at the top. Her parents wanted her to leave school at the age of 13, but Bachendri insisted on continuing her education. She got an MA and a B.Ed. She was the first in her village to get higher education. She could easily get a good job in teaching, but she wanted to learn how to climb high mountains. Therefore, she joined the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. To climb the upper Himalayas is not easy. They are steep. If one slips, he falls kilometers down to death. Strong winds howl. There are ice falls. Ice blocks roll down. There are avalanches, large amounts of snow or rocks falling down a mountain. The air is very thin at the high peaks. There is little air to breathe. The mountaineers accept the challenge of nature. They wear special suits and spooky boots and carry air cylinders to breathe. They also carry tents, pickaxes, pegs, fast food, and much more. Bachendri learned the art of climbing well. She completed her course with the highest grade. She climbed two peaks, Gangotri 6,672 meters and Rudugaira 5,819 meters in 1982. Mount Everest is the highest mountain peak in the world, so it is called the top of the world. It is situated in Nepal. Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay of Nepal were the first to reach the summit of Mount Everest in May 1953. Since then, thousands of people tried to climb it. Many of them succeeded to reach at the top. A 9-member team of India reached the top of Mount Everest in May 1965. Captain Kohli led this team. In 1984, India sent its fourth team to climb the Mount Everest. Bachendri was one of the 4 women in the team. All the mountaineers began to climb the Mount Everest. One night they were caught in an avalanche. They were all asleep then. Bachendri was hit on the back of her head by something very hard. In a few seconds, she was buried in a large mass of ice, snow, and rocks. Another climber cut the tent with his knife and dug her out. Most of the climbers, including the other 3 women, decided to return, but Bachendri continued her journey. Her courage and patience made her reach the summit. She stood on the top of the world at 1:07 p.m. on 23 May 1984. She became the first Indian woman and the 5th woman in the world to stand on the top of the world. Now, Bachendri wanted to lead an all-woman team to Mount Everest. In May 1993, the all-woman Indo-Nepalese expedition was led by Bachendri Pal. 18 people reached the top. Bachendri Pal was honored by the Government of India. She is a role model of courage, hard work, and patience